Hi, welcome back. It's Terry with Early Girls Yarn. So excited to be here. It's been such a long time. It's really not, like about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, but it is summertime here. We live in Iowa. It seems like we went from this huge, long, super rainy time to this like flipped right into summer. So I'm not complaining. We'll take it. I have got some FOs done, but before I jump into knitting, just wanted to update you. So when we spoke last, the girls were going to camp. So they both went. Izzy went for 10 days. Cece went for 4 days. Everybody went. Everybody survived. I mean, of course, there's always harrowing stories about camp and all the things that happened at camp and all that good stuff. But they're back. They survived. They're back. We have been checking out a horse. We think we're going to get another horse. We'll have 2 then. 1 for each girl I'm thinking we need. So that's exciting. He will be coming either August 4th or August 7th. I'm not sure, depending on their schedule, because they're going to bring him out here to us. We don't have a truck and trailer yet. So that's super exciting. His name's Finn. I'll pop a picture of him and Cece up because Cece's kind of claimed him already. So they're pretty cute together. So that's happening. And I tell you, I've been knitting. Volleyball is back in swing again. We've got beach volleyball, and then Izzy's also doing 6-on-6 volleyball, which we have games tonight. And you can see, so I am taping this. I'm trying it first thing in the morning. So it's not even 7 a.m. yet. And I have no makeup on. So you are getting the raw, just Terry, right? Lots of sun. You can see we've been out in the sun a ton with the horses and volleyball and everything else. But I mean, that's what summer's for, right? So there are so many cool patterns out right now. There are so many knit-alongs that I'm doing right now. I can't even explain my excitement. And of course, I've been receiving so much yarn. Oh, here's one of the cats. So ironically, this is Finn the cat. We're going to have Finny the horse and Finn the cat. Both of them are Cece's animals. So it's going to be all kinds of fun. So without further ado, let's jump in. So as you can see, I finally finished my Soldotna. Now it's finished, but it's not yet. I took it off the needles. Well, it's been almost 2 weeks ago now. And because the weather's so hot, I'm not wearing it. So I have the ends woven in, but I have not blocked it yet. So it's a little bit tight. A titch tight around my neck and my arms. Just a little. But I do know that once I block it, that should relax. But I'm loving it. Let's see if I stand up, I think I'll go completely out of screen because I'm tall. But this is it. So it hits right, maybe 2 inches above my belly button, which I'm fine with. I'm wearing it with a dress. You probably can see it's just a black dress. So yeah, super fun. Really excited about that. That might be better. I should have been closer to the camera. Apparently it's been a while. But yeah, so it's really fun. I really like it. I used Jawbreaker's yarn. And I think it's fabulous. I'm super excited about this one. So I will be blocking it. That's the one, well, there's many fun things about the podcast. I like sharing. I like updating it. I told my girls it's going to be like the only journal they're going to get because I'm not a really consistent writing journal kind of girl. But I really like that it kind of forces me to block things because as we discussed right in the beginning, I am the worst at keeping consistent with that. But anyway, so this is one of my FOs. I have 2 FOs, which is exciting. My other one I did with House of a la Mode, Heather from House of a la Mode. She has going on a spring knit along in her Ravelry group. And I got this yarn, and you had to do a Joji Locatelli pattern, and you have to use 1 skein of her yarn. Well, I think ideally they want you to do it all, but her yarn is hard to get. And I was in Oregon, so I got this yarn during the Rose City Yarn Crawl in Oregon at her trunk show, but they were rolling out the Soldotna at the time. So there was tons of DK yarn from House of La Mode because they were rolling out this sweater that day. And I bought yarn, which is over here, to complete this sweater. And I'm going to do those colors too. They're bright. There's blues and then a pop of coral. So I'm going to do the same thing again because I love this sweater. But then I saw Jawbreaker Yarn. I saw her yarn and these colors, this like green, and I'll put a close-up picture of this so you can see the colors better because they're pretty fantastic. It just popped out at me and I'm like, I need that. I want that. But anyway, so I was there and it was hard even then. It was hard to find the yarn I needed that I had envisioned for this sweater. So I have 2 different yarn companies, which is fine for the House of La Mode. As long as you use her yarn too, they're fine with that. So the gray color, let's see if I can, oh yeah. There's super fun flecks of like almost a neon yellow in there too. This color is House of La Mode. It's Lumberjack is the colorway name. And then this green that I did the lace work in, this is Coastal Forest by Murray Company and Wool Goods. So how cool is that? That's Sarah. Met them both, had so much fun. But yeah, so this is my Grocery Girls knits, or my Girl from the Grocery Store by Hohi Locatelli is the name of this pattern. I've got to weave the ends in still and block it, and then I will post it on Instagram and Revelry. So that's done at the end of the month, end of July. So I'm hoping to get this done. I'm going to block this one first just to get it done. And then I'm going to block this one probably in the next day. Now, interesting side note on this pattern, super easy pattern, fun to knit, loved all of that. But the pattern called out for 2 skeins of the gray color, the bigger color, and I only used 1. I mean, I have very little left over, but I only used 1. And then I've got this much left over of my other green. So I have a whole other skein of my Lumberjack. So I'm pretty pumped. I don't know what I'm going to knit with it. I would think a hat to go with this so I can wear. I'm not going to put this on because I've got my sweater and it would be super duper hot. But I'll post pictures wearing this. But I think like a hat to like going into fall, wouldn't that be the best? Like this great shawl with all the beautiful greens and grays and then a fun hat with like a pom-pom. I think that's what I'll end up doing with it, but we'll see. So that is my other finished object to be blocked, of course, because heaven forbid I have it blocked and done. The only time I seem to block super quick and efficiently is when it's a test knit because that's part of the test knit. You have to have it blocked and photos taken and ready to go. So yeah, rolling into works in progress. So you guys have heard me speak many times about Farmer's Daughter. They have this really fun local yarn store knit along happening. So I had 3 projects already, and you can turn in 3 projects from each store that you shop at. Now, there's none local, so I found one in St. Charles, Wool & Company in St. Charles. They stock it and they're participating. So I bought enough for 3 projects, just shawls, 2 skein shawls, all of Farmer's Daughter yarn. It went from Memorial Day weekend and it has to be done by Labor Day weekend. So I have still time. But in the meantime, Andrea Murray came out with her Mountain Mist cowl. So here, let me take a picture of that. And it uses Spin Cycle yarn, and Farmer's Daughter was the original. So, and Farmer's Daughter, you can use other yarns with your Farmer's Daughter yarn and still be in this. So you have to buy your Farmer's Daughter at a local yarn store. You can use other yarns too. And then you have to get it done and then go back to your local yarn store to take a picture with it to be entered in there. So there's prizes at each yarn store. And then I'm not sure how they'll pick who, but then one person from each yarn store will be entered into a chance to go to Montana to the retreat, which would be wicked cool, but I highly doubt, but wicked cool. But anyway, here is the Mountain Mist cowl that came out, and that uses Spin Cycle and Farmer's Daughter. So I'm like, oh, must do. Well, Knit One from Chicago had kits they posted. I adore it. Well, actually, no, they didn't have kits. I called around and I'm like, who has Farmer's Daughter? That would work. And Spin Cycle, because Spin Cycle is tough to find. And Knit One did in Chicago. So they shipped it out to me. They took pictures of kits for me and messaged me on Instagram, choices, and then they shipped out. And I'll have to share, give me 1 second, I just need to get it out. So you need 2 skeins of the Spin Cycle dyed in the wool, which is their sport weight. And then I'm using 1 skein of, they had the Squish Fingering, which is 100% merino. So I've got Winter Wolf colorway, and then I'm using it with Spin Cycle Verba Volant. I don't know, is the name of that. Montana Mountain Cowl. Oh, I'm just realizing I've been calling it Montana Mist Cowl, and it's the Montana Mountain Cowl. I need to go change all my Instas. I've got it all wrong. Anyway, so I grabbed this. Knit One was kind enough to just ship it down to me, which is awesome. And I am pretty far. So look at these colors. It's pastel and light and so fun. I was a little worried in this section because there's like it turns into this blue, like a lighter blue, and you really can't see the cool color gradation with the gray I used, but I mean, you can still see super cool texture, so I'm just not going to stress about it. And the other colors seem so fun. So to me, this seems like a cool spring color combination. And of course, they gave me more than one option. Knit One sent pictures of more than one option, and I fell in love with this one too. This is End of Summer. And then Farmer's Daughter yarn is Squish Again, and it's Dirty Little Dandelion. Look at that color combo. Oh yes. And because you can have more than one entry at each yarn store, I bought them both. So I now have yarn to make 2 cowls and 3 shawls from Knit One in Chicago, and the 2 cowls are from them, and 3 from Wool & Company in St. Charles. So my goal is to get 5 projects done from here by Labor Day. I think it's possible. I totally think it's possible. So this is one of my works in progress. And my goal is, because I have to go up to Chicago for my work, so my goal is to have it done, have this project done by next Tuesday, because I'll be in Chicago. So I can turn one of my entries in for that knit along that's happening. So at least have one of the 5 done, but that's my goal. So I'm going to put these to the side. Okay. My other work in progress is another Farmer's Daughter Fiber local yarn store shawls. This one is one from the Murray Wool & Companies where I bought the yarn, and I am doing Webster Street Knittery is the name, by Jennifer Peck, and it is, I think it's called Chasing Lilies. Hang on, let me see. She doesn't have it at the bottom. Growing Lilies. So this will be, it's got like this fun halo. It is knit in, I'm holding Foxy Lady and her Mighty Mo together. So you create this really fun fabric, and the colors I used are Spring Fever for both. Now, I was going to do, so there's 2 different sizes in this pattern. There's a medium and a large. I was just going to do the medium, and then I had to go back to the Murray Company, and I had to get more yarn because I love this so much, and it's so light and airy. I'm still at the very beginning, so I just created, I now have like 2 rows of lace, and then the shawl will keep growing, and then you add more and more and more rows of lace. So I'm kind of at the beginning of this, but it is so soft. I don't know if you can even see. Can you see the halo? Yeah, you kind of can. It's so soft and so fuzzy and so lovely. I'm like, there's no way that I'm going to want just a small. I'm going to want a big wrap around. I mean, it's beautiful. So I'm really pumped about this one, and I keep just clacking away at it. Yeah. So this will be my second one that I'm hoping to get done for the local yarn store Farmer's Daughter Fiber Challenge. So that's on my needles. That's clickety clacking away. The other thing, so I had to get this off the needles so that I could get my size 5 interchangeables back because, oh, I'll show you another bag. Oh, yeah, a little bit of a bag bender. So this is my Mini Moon. I have a Christmas bag from them, which is kind of what started the whole bag problem, FYI. So I bought a Christmas bag from them, and then I'm like, I need another spring bag because I'm using it still, which means I simply don't have enough, right? So they sent me this one. I shouldn't say they sent me, I bought it. Cute pink inside. It is just super cute. So I'm going to transition out of Christmas into this one here shortly. But the other project that will be like clicking next, and I should probably just show you the picture, but it's my Immortalist cowl by Caitlin Hunter. So, and this one is with Primrose Yarn because they have a really fun knit along as well. It was an all year one. I got a hat done. That's all I've got done, but I've gotten plans for many, many more to be done. You have to use 100% Primrose yarn, do a Caitlin Hunter pattern, and then enter it. So I'm going to get clicking on that. That is through October. I don't know if it's end of September or end of October, but I've got to get going on that. And then my next shawl for that one, because as I said, I have a lot of projects lined up for that one, is the Terrell Dago. I'm not sure. It's this shawl by Caitlin Hunter. How fun is that? But I'm using, and I've started it. I've actually cast it on and started it. I mean, just a little bit, just because I wanted to cast something on. So here's just a little bit of the beginning, not even enough to really be noteworthy. But I'm using this awesome blue. These two blues are going to be my stripes. And then look at this great pop of color. Boom! So that will be that shawl. So I'm going to start clicking away on that too. Typically, I don't know, summer throws me, and the new horse that we're getting is throwing me because we're spending time out at the barn. Plus, I still work. So, but if you've followed Instagram at all, I don't know what my deal is, but I've been getting up at like, on my own, this is why I'm videoing at 6 in the morning. I've been getting up at like 4 in the morning because I'm so excited to knit. I feel like I've got to get my knitting on. So I've been knitting. Then we go ride. We ride early in the morning because it's cool. So we'll be out of the barn by 8 o'clock riding. And that takes about 2 hours total by the time we drive out there, get her ready, ride her, hose her off, and then come back. So then we're back here at 10. Then I work all the way up until, then I work the rest of the day, and then we do volleyball. So that's what summer looks like for us right now. So I wanted to share, it's been so long since I podcast. I have been blessed with lots of yarn coming into the house. So I have lots of things to share. Another one of which is a knit along that I haven't started yet. And I had to get this, another bag. This is from the Prickly Owl in Florida. And it was right around 4th of July. I'm like, must have, because I love our country. So had to happen. There is a shawl. I'm going to have to pop it up. I took pictures. I printed it out. I don't know where the pattern is at this moment though. It's called Courage, I believe is the name. So I was able to snap up the two Mississippi Marsalia, I guess. Spin cycle yarn. So it takes 2 of those. And then it takes some other yarn, which I'd never heard of. This is Germantown, 100% North American wool. I don't believe it's superwash. I think it's just wool from Kelborn Woolens. So then I'm going to use these colors with that. Let's see. It's like a gray, the white on the thing. Let's see if I can do it this way. There we go. It's a gray and then this really fun bright blue. So this will be happening, this knit along, I believe that's got to be done. I have a lot of knitting to do. I think this has to be done by September too. So yeah, so that's a project. I haven't wound it up yet, but that's coming. Look at this cute little pom-pom tassel. I mean, seriously, how much cuter can you get? Had to. So that's going to be one of the ones that's getting cast on soon. So Giddy Yarns, I've never had. We've all talked about how I'm obsessed with buying sock yarn. I've only knit 2 pairs of socks at this point. We'll see. We'll cast on some. But this one is the Back to the Future. I loved that movie. So how fun is this? This was from, I think, the movie 2 when they were in the future. You know, what it was going to be like in 2015. So these were the fun colors. They had these fun colors. And then this was the yarn to go with it for like heels and toes and such. And I thought this was pretty awesome. So there was a delay in getting it out. And she sent an extra little mini, and she said, "I'm so sorry for the delay in shipping for this month's film club. Please accept this little mini as an apology." And then there's a code for the next time that you order. And just cute little note. I mean, how thoughtful. And she had emailed and told us, so it's not like she needed to do this. But I thought how amazing and how thoughtful. I think it was about maybe a month, maybe not quite a month, but I mean, it was a delay, but how thoughtful. So I was super impressed. I will be ordering from her again. I thought that was a really neat and really nice touch. So more things. I was apparently feeling super duper patriotic this year. Anyway, so I've been on a hunt to find new makers and people that are different than me that I can support, because while we might be different, we are all, I think, connected with our love for creating and our love for color and all those things. So I've just been on a hunt to just connect and find and explore. So there's one other one that I bought that I'm actually going to give away. Oh yeah, I have new fiber share partners, and I did get my package from Lisa from Wool Swap, but I'm not gonna put it on here or go over that today just because I've got so much stuff. And it was beautiful. I still have to take pictures and put that on Instagram from Lisa. And I have 2 fiber share partners, Mary Kate and Courtney. I am shipping to Mary Kate in Massachusetts, and Courtney from Oregon will be shipping to me. So how cool is that? So one of the new people I discovered, I actually bought another project bag, and it's a little bit, it's a little cheeky. It's fun, but that's going to go to Mary Kate in Massachusetts. So I have been feeling super patriotic, and look at this bag. Now my parents, I'll have to post a picture every year for Memorial Day, Labor Day, and 4th of July. They put they have 5 red tractors that my great-grandpa, and maybe my great-great-grandpa, it was the original tractors on the farm. So my dad refinished them and made them beautiful again. And he brings them out those 3 weekends and puts them into the front yard with flags. They're red tractors with the flags, the American flags. So this just, while there are no red tractors, all of the flags and the red, the older cars and everything, it just made me smile. So this is from Nick with Whimsy Stitches. And he also dyes yarn, Whimsy Stitches Yarn Company. And so this was inspired by geraniums on the porch, which we had that every year with my mom's house growing up. So I just thought Front Porch Geraniums is the name of this sock set. And I just thought this was perfect with this bag. This bag is huge. It's going to be a big sweater bag, but I loved it. So I had to grab that. New maker to me, super happy with that quality. And then some other things came in. As I said, I'm not going to go through all of them because apparently I have a shopping problem, but that's okay. So some of these, and it's also because I haven't videoed in a while. And the last time I videoed, I didn't even talk about acquisitions. So you know how that goes. This is from Explore Knits and Fibers. This was her May park she did. Torres del Plain. And I forgot I bought it, so I ended up buying 2. Who does this? I do this. So I'm going to find, I don't know, maybe a sweater she had where you could buy them. From time to time, she'll open them up. I might just get more and do a whole sweater out of this, honestly, because it's so pretty. We'll see. I'll hold it up so you can get a better look. But I don't know what I'll do with it yet, but I've got 2. So, a couple more skeins and I could do a whole sweater. So we'll see. We'll see what that ends up being. But I loved it. I was just surprised when I got 2 of them. That was a surprise. So that came in. And I mean, it's been so long since that's been in. She has a new one. This was June's. I didn't see a July one. I think she's just, well, she moved to Colorado, and I think she opened up, I ordered a bunch of other of them, like past months that she opened back up. This is Glacier National Park and Lake McDonald. So look at this. This is her inspiration picture. And these pebbles, like, I so need to get here just to see this and the pebbles. And this was her colorway that she came up with. And look at these speckles, which are the pebbles. Every time we open a package from her, Izzy, who's my color girl, we are both like, she nailed it. She nailed it again. So it's so much fun to see her inspiration photo and then what the yarn ends up being, because it's always amazing. We love how her mind works. So I was happy to receive that. This is from Suburban Stitchers. This is her Passport Yarn Club from June. And this was Jean Lafayette National Historic Park and Preserve. But I'm going to show you this to you, and I think it's going to solve a problem for me, which we'll talk about, because I'm going to get another older whip out and finish that at some point too, because I want to wear it this fall. So this is the colorway, and it's just a nice neutral. There's these like pops of teal and black. Now, do you remember my Soldatna? No, not my Soldatna. My Sunset Highway that was on a timeout because I was running out of this yarn, the main body, which is from Wool and Boone. And I had contacted her about dyeing it more. She said that she would, but you know, it just hasn't happened yet. And I had all those issues. I'm thinking, yeah, that I might be able to make that work. That I might be able to use this and just rotate, like for the sleeves, and just, you know, rotate it, blend it in, and to make that work. This one's got a little bit more gray undertone to it. We'll see. So I'm looking into that. I'm going to work on that and get going with that shortly enough, I feel. Okay. I'm going to show you. So I have 2 sock clubs that have come in because it's been a while since I've recorded. So I'm going to show you this one, and I'm not going to go into June's quite yet because there's a giveaway that I have got to tell you guys about. So this is from Boozy Broad Yarn Company. She's from Iowa, and she gives a recipe for a drink, which I think is awesome. And then she sends a yarn that kind of matches or goes with it, and then something different each time. So this time, I'm going to set this down. This time she sent, I haven't even opened it, like it's like was in my head and she knows I'm having a bag. Oh my gosh, it's super cute. I think it would be perfect for a little sock set. Look at this bag. Let's see if you can. Oh my gosh, margaritas, summer, limes, tequila. Yes, please. And this bag is, it's like we're going to say vinyl-y feel to it, which, I mean, if you're going to drink and knit, if something got on it, it would wipe right off. And here is the Blood Orange Margarita, which is the name of the drink she sent. Here's the yarn to go with it. How fun is that? I think that would make such a hoot of a sock. So I'm pretty excited about that little cute little package that came in. And June's was just as much fun. So if you are looking for a really fun yarn, a really fun monthly club, I think it's $38 a month, but you get a skein of yarn, and then there's always a fun extra that just makes you smile. So you can't go wrong. And an alcoholic recipe, which I love. My only issue is with the alcohol stuff. We don't drink that much, so I would need to go out and buy, which I might have to just do it. Like this uses Jose Cuervo pineapple, coconut, ready to drink margarita mix, 2 ounces of, oh, I shouldn't say how much. Sorry, you didn't hear that. Blood orange sparkling soda. So it's just a mix and a soda apparently, but I don't even know where to get blood orange sparkling soda. I don't know. I need to investigate this and go to my store and see if they have it, because that sounds fun. So that came in, and now I am going to find, oh, here it is. So I want to talk about, I got 2 more things in, and I want to talk about a giveaway. So first, because I wanted to show you, we'll talk about the giveaway first. Okay, let's see. I'll move all this aside. Okay, so Emily from Kalm Collections, she knit up another bag, and we're doing a giveaway. So this is her Molly bag. And this is the, I have this same, where'd mine go? It's back in my knitting area. I have the same bag in the larger size. So this is this fabric I adore. She got a bunch. Love this fabric. I mean, look at these colors. You just cannot go wrong. It's got this awesome pink and red, chartreuse, this great Kelly green. It's awesome. It's reversible, but this bag we are going to be giving away as a fun summer giveaway. Now, the things in the bag we are not giving away. I just put some stuff in here that I got so I could show you and tell you about it, but also show how much this medium size fits. So this is Dandelions and Daisies. I signed up for, so I was able to get their fun monthly. I won a 3-month yarn club is what I won from her. So I got that, and then I also signed up for the 3-month Fade Club from her. So this is from the Fade Club. This was the month of, I don't know if it says it on here. This was last month. This was June's. Look at that. Here, I'm going to take this off so you can see the yarn better. Isn't it great? It's called Sunburst in the Fade Club, and I just think that's so cool. So I'm really excited about that. So that was in the Fade Club, which I signed up for the whole 3 months. And then I have 1 more month, I believe, of her monthly club. And then I am totally going to sign up for this monthly club every month because I have adored her colors and I have adored the little things she sends with it. I think it's just awesome. So this is Dandelions and Daisies. This is their June club of the month. Yeah, club of the month or whatever that is. Month of the month club. And it's 75/25, so it's 463 yards. This was June's. Look at that! Isn't that a hoot? I'm really excited about this one. I don't yet have a plan for it, but I already used the maize, and then it also came with, I wish you could smell, but this awesome soap, which I'm putting in my bathroom just for me at my sink, and then a little soak thing too. So this is either one of the clubs. I think, well, the Fade Club, so I'm not doing anything with the Fade Club until I get the other 2 months to see them work together, because then I'll probably pick out a pattern for them to all go together. So this one we'll be adding to the Yarn Month Club. They're kind of standalones. I used my first one in my Ooh La La shawl. I don't have a plan yet for this one, but they're stunning. So I'm just going to keep, I think, having that come because I've really enjoyed. Cherish is the dyer. I really like her stuff too. So getting back to the awesome bag, here is how you can win it. Emily and I will both put a post on Instagram. You need to be a follower, and then you can tag as many friends as you want for this chance to win this awesome bag. And we're going to run it on her and Emily's, which is Kalm Collection on Instagram. And then you can buy this bag at Kalm Collection on Etsy. I have probably, I don't know, 8 of her bags now because I have a bag problem. Fully encourage you to try it out. It's amazing. Her sense of detail, her sense of color, and how she puts patterns together, it's top notch. She's just the neatest. So here's the bag turned inside out, which is equally as fun with this great stripe pattern. But yeah, so you can go on either of our Instas. You can also become a follower here and comment. We'll draw from the comments here. Yeah, really, whatever you want to comment. Ideas for the show, things you'd like to hear about or see about, whatever. That's up to you. Whatever you want to share with me, I would love to hear. So today is the 11th. This will probably go out tomorrow on the 12th. So I am not going to be doing a podcast before we leave for I'm going with my husband on a quick work trip with him to Austin, Texas, which I've never been. And I'm going to be checking out whatever yarn stores I can find in the great city of Austin. Oh, you could tell me if you know any yarn stores. There's one I've been following. I think it's Hill Country Weavers, maybe. I don't know. I don't have it right in front of me. But if you know of any yarn stores in Austin or the surrounding areas, like within, a 45-minute drive of Austin, hour drive of Austin, let me know because I will be there. So we're going to have this giveaway go. We'll have it run from the 12th through the 26th, and I will announce it here on YouTube. I should have planned this ahead before I got on here. We get back August 1st. I'll announce it August 2nd. I will do a video and I will recap and announce August 2nd, the winner. So it'll be from July 12th through the 26th is when you can enter. So you'll have 2 weeks and then I'll announce it the next week. So that's exciting. Again, awesome medium size, which easily fit, like it's a great shawl bag, or sock bag. It easily fit like a 3-skein shawl. It's no big deal for this size bag. But yeah, so this is the bag. It's her Molly bag. It will be given away. You will have from July 12th through the 26th to go on to either or both of our Instagram pages, like and follow. We do check. So whoever wins, we do check to make sure that you're a follower. And then if you want additional entries, go ahead and become a subscriber of this podcast and then leave me a comment either about an awesome yarn store in the Austin area or something you'd like to see, something you'd like to see differently, whatever you'd like to share with me. I would be more than happy to hear and chat with you about it. So excited. Thank you so much for watching. You again can find me on Early Girls Yarn, on Ravelry. I'm Early Girls Yarn on Instagram and here at the podcast. So thank you so much. Have a great summer. I will see you in August and I'll have a great recap of my Austin trip, my yarn adventures in Austin. All right, everybody. Thanks.